ask you because about this debate about the debate, because when I talked to you the night that that Joe Biden decided he was no longer going to seek the nomination, you basically said that Trump is scared of a tough woman. A tough woman scares him. Do you think that's what's going on here?
Oh, I think Trump is really afraid of Kamala Harris, or as I like to think of it, the felon is really afraid of the prosecutor, and for damn good reason. She's smart, she's disciplined, and she's not afraid of a bully. So there it is. Donald Trump is scared, and I got to say, I think his whole team is scared. And that's why they're trying to find ways to muzzle him, to make this debate not happen if possible. Because Kamala Harris, she's going to wipe the floor with Donald Trump.
We do have to sneak in a very quick break. I have many more questions.
All right, guys. So a couple days ago, I did a video about how ABC News had rejected Kamala Harris's demands to rig the debate even more in her favor. Okay, she wanted to sit down so that she doesn't look weak and frail next to Trump. She wanted a cheat sheet so that she would be able to remember all the talking points that were given to her by her handlers. And also, she wants live mics. And the reason why she wants live mics is because she desperately wants to get the strong black woman moment that she thought was so great when she did it against Mike Pence.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Well, wait.
I'm speaking.
Be important if you said the truth.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. Okay. If you don't mind letting me finish, we can then have a conversation. Okay?
Please.
Okay.
Non-answer.
Trying to answer you
The
now.
American people deserve a straight answer.
I will not sit here and be lectured by the Vice President. I'm speaking. Yeah, I'm about to. I will not be lectured by the Vice President.
But I think that Kamala Harris here is making a mistake, thinking that that moment that she desperately wants to get is going to go the way that she thinks that is going to go. She thought it was so great against Mike Pence, but she has to understand, Mike Pence is not Trump. I think if she tried to pull that against Trump, this is how it would probably go down.
This is a tough business to run for president.
I know you're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is real tough. You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the presidency.
Let's see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3. So
Doesn't matter.
far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
So far I'm doing better. You know, you started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
Yeah, so that's how it's going to go, right, in my opinion. But Kamala Harris desperately wants to make this happen, okay, because she has lashed out after ABC has come out and said that, listen, these are the rules, okay? We're going by the rules that were set during the CNN debate, okay? We're going to stick to those rules that Kamala Harris insisted upon when Joe Biden first dropped out of the race, okay? She said, Trump has to debate me under these rules, because apparently Trump agreeing to debate Joe Biden was also him agreeing to debate Kamala Harris, okay? Even though it actually wasn't. Trump offered to negotiate new rules, a new platform, all these things, and Kamala Harris rejected. And the liberal media and Kamala Harris participated in this smear campaign against Trump, pretending as if Trump is running away from debating Kamala Harris. However, it seems that Trump has now put Kamala Harris in a very, very, very bad position, because Trump has said, okay, you know what? Cool. I will accept the ABC debate, even though you don't want to debate on Fox News. You don't want to debate on NBC. You don't want to debate on CBS. You don't want to debate on CNN. Okay. You don't want to do any additional debates. You just want to do it your way. Okay, fine. Let's debate under these rules. Okay. ABC says, okay, fine. We accept these rules. Kamala Harris has not accepted the rules. Okay. She is still holding out to try to change the rule on these live mics. She tweeted this, okay, and I highly doubt she actually wrote this. This probably came from her handler. She says, Donald Trump is surrendering to his advisors who won't allow him to debate with a live microphone. If his own team doesn't have confidence in him, the American people definitely can't. We are running for president of the United States. Let's debate in a transparent way with the microphones on the whole time. Yeah, so again, the irony here is just stunning. It really is, okay? Whoever wrote this for Kamala Harris is lacking awareness, okay? Because Kamala Harris has run the least transparent campaign that I've ever seen. Okay, I mean, this woman took a whole month to do an interview, and when she decided to do the interview, she did a softball interview on CNN with Dana Bash, who was literally giggling and cackling with Kamala Harris throughout the interview while feeding Kamala Harris potential answers to her question when Kamala Harris was given incoherent answers, right? And she was with Tim Walz, okay? She was with her emotional support person as she struggled to get through an easy interview. But this is the person that is claiming that she wants more transparency, or that Trump's team doesn't have confidence in him, when it seems as if Kamala doesn't have confidence in herself. Again, it's just so funny how Democrats always accuse Republicans of what they do, right? They try to assign attributes to Republicans that actually fit them, okay? This is why they always want to boo-hoo on and cry and kick and scream about so-called democracy, when clearly the Democrats don't believe in democracy at all, right? It's just funny how that works. So she's still lashing out, right? I mean, she put this out in response to another tweet by Josh Dowsey. He says, Trump campaign has accepted these rules per a Tuesday email to ABC, review by the Post. Kamala Harris's campaign has not yet accepted these rules as they seek to unmute the microphones for the entire debate. Debate is less than 2 weeks. Okay, so basically everybody's agreed except Kamala Harris. Now, she's trying to spin this as, well, Trump's team is scared of the microphone being on. What I think the reality is that Trump doesn't really care. I think that he would beat Kamala Harris either way. But I think that they're just sticking to the principle that, hey, Kamala doesn't get to decide all the rules, right? We agreed to the rules that Joe Biden debated under. And why is it that Kamala Harris can't debate under these rules? Okay, she should be able to do that. But it is clear and obvious that Kamala's team doesn't have confidence that Kamala can debate under those rules, because Kamala Harris has the same issue that Joe Biden has. The more that she talks, the more likely it is she's going to say something really stupid, okay, something really dumb. She's going to go into some weird word salad. It's going to turn a lot of people off, and she's going to lose support, right? In fact, she's already kind of losing support, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But she's getting absolutely toasted in the comment section over putting out this tweet in which she's still begging to change the rules instead of just accepting the rules as is and go from there. Just do one debate, right? Do the debate under these rules. There's nothing wrong with the rules. And then, I don't know, negotiate another debate in which you have the mics turned on. It's really that simple. But the reason why she's doing this, guys, I'm going to tell you why they really want this so badly. They want this because the plan is only to do one debate, right? If Kamala Harris was actually interested in doing more than one debate, this won't be a big deal, right? The fact that they're still stuck on this, even though everybody's already agreed to the rules, tells you everything you need to know about how they are trying to just do this one debate and that's it, right? After that, they're done, okay? Kamala Harris is not doing any more debates. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she pulls out of this debate, if she uses this as an excuse to say, you know what, I'm not going to do it, right? I'm not going to do it. And she may have confidence that the mainstream level media will defend her on this, because up until now, they have been defending her, right? They've been framing this conversation as if Trump is the one running away, when that's not the case. But it's getting to the point now where you can't deny the reality of what's going on here, right? All Kamala Harris has to do is say, okay, well, we're going to have more than one debate. Why get so stuck on the rules for this one debate when you're going to have multiple debates? Because in the future, you can say, okay, well, let's do the debates under different rules, right? I mean, it's really that simple. But she doesn't want to do that because they only want to do one debate. That's all they want to do. So again, she's getting toasted. Amir says, how about we do a deal? You get CNN to release the full 41 minutes of your interview with Dana Bash, and President Trump will let you keep your microphone on. Cernovich says, you had questions in advance on CNN, edited TV. They even let you cut parts out, which still a debacle. Now you won't do the 3 agreed upon debates. Yeah, it's a damn shame. Like, the one interview she did do with an emotional support person, edited, softball, was a disaster. She can't handle a debate. Not against Trump. She's going to get destroyed, which is why she's so desperate to try to change the rules, because she wants to try to get through this one debate. Okay, hopefully she can get Trump with some zingers, right? She gets lucky, and that's it, right? That's what she's trying to do. Again, this is why they're putting all their eggs in this basket here. The quartering says, I can't believe you think this is a flex. You couldn't even handle CNN. This person says, let's check the timeline. Trump and Biden agreed to debates. Biden drops out. Trump tries to negotiate new debates with you. You cry about it. You and Trump agreed to stick with previous rules. Now you want to change the rules you already agreed to. When are you going to stop crying? Well, she's not going to stop crying until the liberal media capitulates to what she wants to do, right? She's trying to force ABC to capitulate, right? She's trying to also punk Trump into capitulating, but they're not going to, right? She just needs to accept the rules and just move on. Okay, she put herself in this situation. She had an opportunity to negotiate and she chose not to. So now she's stuck and she is lashing out, boo-hoo-whining and crying. Oh, they won't change the rules. Trump's handlers won't let him debate with live mics. You can't do this. Now, again, it's funny because Kamala Harris is struggling right now. What do I mean by she's struggling? Well, she's not performing as well as she should be performing, considering the performance of her predecessors, Hillary, Biden. This race is effectively tied, even though I don't really believe that it's tied, to be honest with you. But according to the mainstream liberal media polls, it's tied, okay, which is terrible news for Kamala Harris, right? And again, I think this is part of the reason why they are so caught up on this, because it seems like Kamala Harris's momentum has stopped, that the honeymoon is over. That's what it seems like.
All right, welcome back here to the Hill on News Nation. New poll out today. Battleground states show an incredibly tight race between the vice president and the former president. The poll from our partners at the Hill, along with Emerson College, was taken after the Democratic National Convention, along with after Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announcing that he's no longer in the race. All right, let's start here with Kamala Harris and where she stands with all of this right now. She leads in 3 of these swing states. Let me show you Harris real quick. So she's up 1 in Georgia. She's up 3 in Michigan. She's up 1 in Nevada. But I want you to focus on Georgia for a second, 49-48, because Democrats have only won this state once in the last 7 presidential elections. It was President Biden last go around, and Kamala Harris is trying to make it 2 in a row. All right, let's go over here. Donald Trump, he leads in 3 of the states as well. Wisconsin, up 1. North Carolina, up 1. Arizona, up 3. Again, but let's focus on the first one here, Wisconsin, because Republicans have only won that once in the last 9 presidential races. It just goes to show you how things can move either way very easily. Now, I know what you're saying. Those are 6 states, Blake. You tell me all the time that there's 7. You're right. Let me show you Pennsylvania, because that is a dead even tie in the Keystone State. And I was going through the numbers today in Pennsylvania. You see it there, 48-48. Get this. There were 950 people surveyed in Pennsylvania. The difference between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris? 1 person. That was it. So start to multiply that town by town, city by city, precinct by precinct, so on and so forth, and you can see why Pennsylvania is so key. All right, so if this poll was right, let's just take it at face value that it's the way that the election goes. Here's how it breaks out. 263 to Harris, 256 to Trump, and again, Pennsylvania as possibly the most important state. All right, what about issues real quick? We saw this no matter where voters were polled in these swing states, 7 key swing states. Economy, 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 on down the line. You know the phrase, I've told it to you over and over and over, quote unquote, it's the economy stupid. Arizona, the only state in which there was another close issue, that, as you might imagine, immigration at 26%.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Now, I told you guys, I don't really believe that the polls are that close, okay? But regardless, even if the polls are what the mainstream liberal media says that the polls are, right, if that's what American people are at right now, again, this is a terrible sign for Kamala Harris going into the election, because she is far behind where she needs to be to comfortably win, right? I mean, if the election was held today, I really do believe that Trump will win, and I think that he will win by a lot more than what the mainstream liberal media is telling people. In fact, you have Nate Silver. He has actually come out and now given Trump the lead in regards to chances of winning the swing states. Like, for example, he just put this out, okay? He has Trump basically winning in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, and him losing in Wisconsin and Michigan, right? In regards to just overall odds, okay? Trump is going to beat Kamala Harris according to Nate Silver. Now, why is this important? Well, this is important because this shift has recently happened after the DNC, right? So this shift is coming after the DNC, in which Democrats, historically speaking, they're supposed to get a bump, right? Now, remember, during the DNC, I was covering the betting odds, and the bettors, right, the markets were saying, well, as the DNC continues to go along here, we don't really feel good about what's happening, right? All this joy and Trump derangement and no policy, no substance. We're not sure if this is good for Democrats, right? Now, lo and behold, you have Nate Silver coming out and saying, well, after the DNC, Democrats aren't really doing that well, okay? They're not getting the bump that they historically get, and now Trump has a better chance of winning than Kamala Harris. Again, according to Nate Silver. So, again, this is a big deal, right? This is a huge deal, and I think this is part of the reason why Kamala Harris is so caught up on trying to get all of the rules in her favor for the ABC debate, because I think that is what this election is going to come down to. I really do think that it's going to come down to the debates. I do. I think that is Kamala Harris's only shot. She has to go in there and decisively beat Trump in order to have a chance of winning, okay? And I don't think it's possible. I don't think that her team has much confidence in her, and this is why they're so hell-bent on there only being one debate and trying to rig all the rules in her favor. I think at this point, honestly, they may decide to drop out, right? I'm just saying, like, at this point, if they really are so caught up on this, I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala drops out, especially considering how that CNN interview didn't go well, right? And the reason why you know it didn't go well is because even the propagandists in the media, the liberal propagandists, even they had a hard time defending it, right? They all knew that Kamala Harris did not do well, even though it was a softball interview in which she should have knocked it out of the park, right? It should have been a home run. She wasn't great, okay? And because of that, they're probably extra nervous going into the debate because Kamala Harris is rusty, right? She's extremely rusty, okay? I wouldn't even count the CNN interview as practice for Kamala, right? That's not going to prepare her for Trump, okay? It's not going to. So I personally think that they're panicking. The fact that Kamala Harris is continuing to lash out instead of just saying, you know what, screw it. We'll do the debate this way the first time and we'll just do another debate, right? I mean, she could easily do that. Trump has asked for multiple debates, and she could negotiate different rules for further debates. But the fact that she's so caught up on this tells you everything you need to know, right? That she's scared to do it and that she's only trying to do it one time and that's it. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.